Hi everyone, welcome to Connecting the Dots. Connecting the Dots is a weekly Facebook Live talk show by Aphasia SG that aims to answer all your burning questions about our healthcare system and health services, as well as any questions you might have about brain injury and aphasia. We're basically here to help you connect the dots. My name is Evelyn. I'm a speech therapist volunteer for Aphasia SG and your moderator tonight. Each week, our show will feature different healthcare professionals, patients, or caregivers who will be sharing their insights and experience. For our episode today, which is episode 7, the topic is Aphasia Journey. Now, to our viewers on Facebook, we encourage you to ask questions and leave comments freely throughout the session. Our guests will aim to answer all your questions before the end of the show. And without further ado, I'm pleased to introduce our 3 speakers for tonight. First, we have Herman. Hi Herman. Herman is 39 years old this year, and he's a father of 2 lovely daughters. I've met them. His hobbies are music and playing guitar, badminton, drawing, and he's a Chelsea fan. In fact, he's such a big fan that he named his first daughter after the soccer club. Next, we have Nicholas. Nicholas is 38 years old. Hi, Nicholas.
Hi.
Hi. Nicholas is 38 this year. He loves fishing, and I know he goes swimming every week. He's actually quite an exercise enthusiast. And guess what? He's a Man U fan. Nicholas has 5 brothers and lives with his parents. Next, last but not least, we have Daniel.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi, Daniel. Daniel is currently 50. His hobbies are fishing. Also, he likes reading, traveling, and relaxing at home. And guess what? Daniel is a Liverpool fan, married with 2 sons. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us today. We are very honored to have 3 of you. So I'm just going to ask you first, 3 of you, to share your brain injury story. Let's start with Herman. Herman, do you want to tell us about when you got your stroke? What happened that day?
Okay, I got my stroke on March 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And then, actually it was first 17. I have my heart pain. So after 3 days, still cannot getting better. Then suddenly I already confused. I then family they bring me to hospital. And then after 8 days I wake up, but I totally at the beginning I totally forgotten a lot of things. Speaking also it already very difficult, but slowly after 5 days getting better, because I speak so many languages, it mix everything. So after 5 days everything getting better. I know who is speaking what, but until now the name is quite difficult to remember.
So you practice lah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the images that I was showing just now, right, actually were of Herman after his brain surgery. Um, and so this is Herman also in the hospital. Yeah, and a very beautiful collage done by Herman and family to, I guess, remember this episode, yeah, in his life. Thank you so much for sharing, Herman. Next, Nicholas, tell us more. What happened to you?
Hello, I motorbike accident,
Mm,
4 years already.
mm, mm,
Then coma many days.
yeah. Mm,
Then wake up, speech don't have, hand
mm,
and leg cannot move. Mm,
mm.
mm.
Your family told you, is it, at that point of
Yes,
time?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, I have pictures of Nicholas as well. Let me show you. So this was Nicholas. Yeah, his family actually took many photos of him. This is Nicholas doing rehab. And Nicholas, at that point, the brain still quite swollen, right?
Yes.
In the photo, huh? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But you were able to walk by the time you got home.
Walk, holding stick,
At that time
yeah,
lah. Now
yes,
no
yes,
need.
yes.
Yeah. Good, good, good. Thanks for sharing, Nicholas. Yeah. And Daniel, how about you?
Oh, I had a stroke 12th of June 2018.
Mm,
I fainted at the bathroom, and
Mm.
then I wake up 8 hours at a high dependency ward in
Mm.
NUH.
mm,
When I wake up, I'm confused. I'm very confused. My vocabulary is all gone. Unable to speak. I'm able to move my right hand and right leg.
Yeah. And Daniel's really interesting, right? Like you didn't have pictures of you in the ward, but I think
Yeah.
you're a very scientific person by nature, engineering type. So what he had was actually a picture of him, his MRI. So his
Yes.
MRI brain, which yes.
Yeah.
And did the doctor at that point say this was a very severe stroke?
Yeah. The doctor say, in my condition, I can die or paralyzed for life.
Mm. So it's really God's grace, right?
Yes. Thank God.
Yeah, yeah. I think Daniel, you're speaking so well that I think people don't even know that at the start it was so difficult for you to talk. I actually have videos of you doing speech therapy also. Do you remember this?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think when I showed you the video, you don't remember. So interestingly, I actually worked with all these three guys at different stages of their rehab journey. And if you look at Daniel now, you won't believe that at that point, his aphasia and apraxia of speech was so bad that he could not even articulate a sound. So we were just working on a single sound. And this was him later on trying to pronounce his surname. So yeah.
Lee.
So guys, you have really all come a very long way,
Yeah.
right? Tell us a bit about how did aphasia affect your life in the beginning?
Hmm.
Who wants to go first? Maybe we can start with Daniel since we're on Daniel. Tell us a little bit more. How did it affect your life in the beginning?
Human got one mouth, difficult to survive. If one mouth defective. Yeah. First order at my place, very difficult. I want to order kopi si kosong and uh and fish ball noodles. I repeat myself in my mind a lot of time before I can speak. Almost 20 times before I can order.
Wow.
Right now right now exactly is very difficult to speak. Yeah.
Now when you order like fishball noodles, do you still have to rehearse 20 times?
Different uh different store difficult. When I encounter difficult dishes, I repeat in my mind many times.
Thanks for sharing that. We hear this from patients quite a lot that ordering food is, I think because we Singaporeans, we have eating out habit, right? So this is a challenge. How about Herman? What was your big challenge at the start? Hospital and then first go back home. What was the big, one of the biggest challenge?
Big challenge is I think speaking is not as fast as last time already. Sometimes we have to think. It's slower a bit now. If too fast, sometimes we will wrong. And when I reach home, it's about 1 month at hospital. After that, when I reach home, easily emotion actually. Uh, Whatever that we heard, not easy to accept. Keep asking why, keep asking what happened to me.
Mm.
So
Mm.
yeah, mostly it's about feeling, and but
Ah.
story can uh speak better. Yeah.
Mm. I'm glad you actually talked about feelings, right? Because there's actually research to say that many persons with aphasia, this is a big part of what affects them, the psychology and emotional well-being. There's research to say that up to 93% of individuals with aphasia are at risk of suffering from depression as well as psychological distress, right? So the feeling is very difficult. And when you can't talk, like what Daniel say, one mouth only, right? You can't talk how to express your feelings. So that makes it doubly difficult, right? Thanks for sharing that. And Nicholas, do you remember 4 years ago? What was the big challenge?
Open things, open many
Mm.
things.
So the physical part?
Yes, yes.
Mm.
Brothers open it for me.
Very good, leh. You got many brothers who are very supportive. How about the communication?
Communication also difficult. Difficult.
Mm. Mm. Okay, yeah. And I'm going to ask a little bit more about language, right? Because we know that for persons with aphasia, it can affect every individual very differently. So it doesn't mean that, oh, just because all three of you, we say aphasia journey, right? It means that all of you have the same problems. No, it's not that. So I'm going to show this slide. uh, it tells us that actually aphasia affects different modalities of language. Very chim lah. It just means that different parts of language is affected. Can you share with us, like the audience, which was most difficult for you, or like, if you were to rank it, even now lah, which one is difficult? Who wants to go first? Maybe Nicholas, you go first lah. Which one difficult for you?
All of it.
All of it is difficult, right? Yeah.
Speech, then hand and leg.
Mm. Yeah.
Difficult. Difficult.
Is reading difficult for you?
Yes, difficult also.
Spelling also difficult, right?
Yes.
So how is it that we can all communicate leh? What do we do in the WhatsApp group?
Talk.
Yes, exactly. So Nicholas has, found ways to actually circumvent this problem by using
Yes.
audio. Yeah, and we have a very inclusive WhatsApp group because we use audio, right? Our WhatsApp group is really quite fantastic that way. How about Herman? Which one is difficult for you? Is it speaking, understanding, reading, or writing, or even numbers?
Actually, it's the same. It's about actually mainly it's about communication. If we thinking, actually, not feel so difficult. We
Mm.
think, but we don't need to talk. But if we need to talk, sometimes it will takes difficulty.
Yeah.
And then talking and then writing sometimes will be wrong. So we,
Yeah.
we try to be fast like a normal, but sometimes after we write, we read again, actually, oh, it's wrong. So we have to rewrite again, retype again. So it cannot be fast, just a bit slower now.
Yeah, understand. So you check and double check and triple check lah,
Yes.
your work emails. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's
Normally when I receive an email, like I need to read maybe 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Oh, okay, now I know what. Cannot be too fast already.
Okay, but I think it's really good that you have found a strategy to help yourself. Yeah. How about Daniel?
Initially, all apply to me.
Mm.
Difficulty in understanding, difficulty in reading, difficulty in writing, difficulty in speaking.
Yeah.
In the order priority,
Yeah.
first, difficulty in speaking.
Yeah.
And then following difficult reading, difficult writing, and difficult understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Used to discharge from the hospital, I take 5 minutes to reach 1 paragraph. Yeah, I speak a lot.
Okay.
Always stuck at the word.
Yeah. So now, I mean, when I noticed that one of your hobbies is reading. So now it's okay?
Compared to last time, 50%.
Okay. But I think it's really great how hardworking you are to overcome all these problems. I think it's really a lot of hard work. People don't realize.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a Chinese saying, right? Like 1 minute on stage, right? But then, like, don't know what, 10 years of practice or something. It's true, isn't it? A lot of hard work.
Yes.
Yeah. Can y'all share how has aphasia, or after the brain injury, right? How did it affect like communication at home? Did it change anything? Like in terms of how you communicate with your spouse, your parents, your child? Any difference? We can start with Herman.
Okay, talking is because it's different language. At home normally Chinese, Hakka, and with my children speaking English. Sometimes they feel I have no problem, but actually I did feel problem. Sometimes I have something I want to tell, but it's quite difficult to think what is the word. But sometimes it will come up, then I can tell them. So it's really depend. It's but slowly getting better now compared to the first time.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. So that's one of the interesting thing about, I think, aphasia and being Singaporean. Why I say this is some research, right, shows only like monolingual. That means like people only speak one language, especially maybe in the Western countries. But in Singapore, we are most of us are bilingual, trilingual. We speak our mother tongue, we speak English, then we speak dialects also. And with the therapy that you do, right, it impact, to some extent how much you will improve in a certain language, right? If let's say now the therapy is only in one language, like English, then maybe you find that now my Mandarin is really very poor compared to the language that I do therapy in, right?
Yeah.
You all find that to be the case?
Yes.
Yeah. Can still speak dialect or not?
No.
I speak vulgar word lah.
Okay lah. Back to army days lah. But can understand?
Can.
I understand but speak don't have.
Don't really speak now because
Yes.
never do therapy in dialect.
Yeah, I learned Hokkien when I'm secondary 4.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe it's like stuck there, especially some of the swear words, the more important swear words. Then can you all share like do you think family, what is important in your family journey? Recovery journey. Like what are some of the important factors that actually helped you in your recovery? Is the role of the family important? Nicholas, is your family important to you in recovery? Like without the family, do you think alone you can recover as fast?
No. Help a lot of help.
A lot of help, yeah. Okay.
Daddy drive me to a lot of place. Yes.
So you're saying, okay, I know what you mean, because your daddy bring you from rehab, here, there, doctor's appointment.
Yes.
Yeah. Now
No.
Now you can
yes,
on your own, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Nicholas's family, and this is a very recent photo of them. Lovely family lah. So very important, and I think your five brothers, right? Even now the computer, Gregory helped you set up, right?
Yes.
Well done. Yeah. How about Herman? How has family supported you in this journey?
Of course, family is very support. I cannot imagine if every time it's alone. You must keep thinking all of these things. It's really will be stressful. But family sometimes they also have activity. Like my wife have to work, my daughter have to school. but my parent is coming to Singapore here to take care of me. But sometimes I also stress because at home, last time, why we just keep talking normally, Actually, I need work, and I like the work activity. That's what I like actually.
So it sounds like what you're saying is you were a workaholic lah, correct or not?
Yeah, I
You,
cannot take it. Like once I think about it, it will stress again.
I think when I first knew Herman, I know that he really work is a big part of identity lah, huh? So really I think it's something that's important to you. But I really want to say, Herman, you have a very devoted wife. You know, Vera has really come with you for so many Chit Chat Cafe sessions, especially at the start. So it's really amazing also how I think the role of the family. Yeah. And Daniel, tell us more about your family as well. How has Esther, and your family supported you?
Yeah, my wife is very supportive of me. Like,
Yeah,
go
very.
to appointment, go to doctor appointment every time. Yeah, I tell my wife I go to hospital myself. Then my wife don't allow me to do it a lot of time. Yeah,
Concern
yeah,
for you, that's why.
yeah, right, yeah.
Really is concern, right? So
Mm.
so I think yeah lor, this is the part where sometimes I think we toggle, the challenge is family is very concerned, but when does over concern actually becomes like restrict your independence, right?
Yes.
So what advice do you all have for family members then, like for loved ones who are caring for other, especially young patients with aphasia? So now, not just to the patients, but what advice do you have for family members?
Huh?
Yeah, like, like what do you want to tell your, like maybe caregivers, like what can they do to support a loved one who has aphasia? Because you all have walked this journey, ma.
One thing I remember,
Mm,
I encourage my wife to say, not to say, I don't understand. I don't understand. Every time, I don't understand. What if you don't understand? Eh? Yes, exactly. I encourage caregiver to paraphrase,
mm,
yeah, the official patient what is saying, or give multiple choice, give writing material, do share it with them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's very, very good advice, eh? Yeah. Then Herman, what are your thoughts? Any words, for caregivers, whether it's wife or parents or brothers or sisters, how can they help their family member who has aphasia, especially if it's at the start of the journey?
Actually, um, family really I can
Slowly, it's okay. Yeah.
uh um they you know sometimes they really the I mean every day daily every day they are the one who see us angry the most, you know. So uh I hope thankful for family. They can accept us every time we angry, easily angry. They can accept, but hopefully yeah we will be getting better and normal again. So they also don't be too stressed also because of us.
Mm.
One
Ah,
sick person at home like this.
yeah. So what you're saying is, because sometimes the mood, you talk about mood, right? So the mood is affected. So you are saying for family members, if you see a loved one with aphasia in like feeling very frustrated or angry, be understanding that actually this is part of the mood that they are going through. They can't help it at first, right? So be patient lah. Be patient.
Yeah,
Right? Be patient.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we are getting better slowly and
You are? You
more.
are? Yeah. Yeah. And I think, yeah, it's really important to have family support, and part of the support is being patient, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Nicholas, what advice do you have for family members lah? Mm.
Family important, family close, then important.
Yeah.
Like hospital important for family to close.
Yeah. So I think there's actually a lot of Facebook audience asking questions. There's one question, right, from Wen Fong. So Wen Fong is one of the audience, and she asked, "Hi Daniel, Herman, and Nicholas. Thank you for sharing your story with us. What did you find most helpful in your aphasia journey? What did you find most helpful?" This question is quite broad lah, but I think maybe she's saying now that you all have walked through this path, like for more than 1 year, it's like 2 years to 4 years, right? Any tips that you have for now not caregivers but the patients themselves?
Yeah. Work hard, work hard, work hard.
Work hard, yeah. Okay, very, very important. That means practice, 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 right?
Don't be lazy.
Daniel, how many hours did you practice on your own last time at the start?
Wow, at my start,
Mm.
I go speech therapy 3 times a week, and then do homework at home. I'm diligent to do homework. Yeah, when I reading, I speak aloud. When I read a paragraph, I speak aloud, and then some word get stuck. I repeat many times to grasp the word of the sounding of the word.
Yeah. I think it's really very, very important the hard work, Yeah. How about Nicholas? Yours is a bit longer, but then all this time, what advice do you have for other patients?
Rosary,
Okay.
important.
Okay.
Rosary, then Mother Mary and Jesus present on Rosary. I swim, I Botox, I acupuncture, then COVID-19 over. All of the time go able therapy. Mother Mary and Jesus say heal, completely heal. Speech, hand and leg completely heal. Yes.
I think for Nicholas, faith has really helped you in this journey, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So of course we know in Singapore is multi-religious, right? So any faith, if let's say believer, they can go to that faith and it might help them with their spiritual needs, right? And help calm down, perhaps. Yeah.
Yes.
No, but I know for you it's Mother Mary and it's God. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Herman, what advice do you have for other patients?
Okay, I think the best that we have is try to have activity, so that when we have activity, we will do whatever that we will forget mostly the timing, that rather than we keep thinking about all these things, all this problem, why. But if we have activity, we do, time is very fast, and then we also improve ourselves also.
Yeah.
Activity is important.
I'm glad you talked about activity because there's another piece of very important research that tells us why persons with aphasia suffer from worse quality of life, right, than other stroke patients without aphasia. And if you see the highlighted parts, right, because of communication, or rather the impairment in communication, it makes it hard for patients with aphasia to sometimes maintain social relationships, right? That means sometimes with their friends, other than family, we all have friends, right? But they might report that they lose their old friends. And also the recreational and leisure activities. Some people enjoy things like reading, but when they get aphasia, they find that they cannot read anymore. So they feel very, sad. And when they go for group activities, right, they find that, hey, people are talking too fast, I cannot understand. And as a result, they might choose to isolate themselves, right?
Yeah.
We see many of such instances. And when we talk about environment, that means it's like are the signs aphasia friendly? usually it's not lah, signages are just words. And at the start, when you're having aphasia, the words are like Greek to you. It's like a foreign language. So this becomes really challenging for many persons with aphasia. It's proven in studies, right? And I'm glad that you guys have found recreation, so the importance of recreation to aid recovery. So let's talk a little bit about all of you liking this thing. Yeah. Okay, so you see, hey, why you all like soccer?
I think for men is normal.
Is it?
Yeah.
That sounds like a sexist statement. I think there are some females who also like EPL.
Less female lah.
Less female. Hey, so how come the three of you like different soccer teams but can be good friends?
Huh? Abuse one another lah. Tekan one another.
Who is the current league champion?
Liverpool.
Oh, you never walk alone, huh?
Liverpool, congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
Herman win already lah. The first child named after Chelsea leh.
That become my daughter name now.
That's why win already. Yeah. So, but this is, we were talking about it jokingly, but this conversational topic of soccer has really helped bonded the guys, even in the chat group, right? I remember the first time this topic came up, then everybody got so excited, and it's great lah. It's great. It's great to find common topics to talk about. So what are the other hobbies? Let's see, okay. Herman, tell us a bit more about this hobby. What are you doing here? Do you remember what song you're singing?
Yes, it's a home and
yeah.
But singing song make it different.
This is home.
Yeah.
Truly.
So can I ask, did you have difficulty remembering the playing and lyrics and all that?
Singing is much better actually. It doesn't sound like I'm difficult talking people.
I remember this one, National Day, and you said you feel very lucky that you can remember the lyrics.
Sama-sama menuju bahagia, cita-cita kita yang mulia, berjaya.
I think this is really proof that aphasia only affects language, right? And sometimes singing, because it's a different part of the brain, music and singing, it can help facilitate, overcome that difficulty lah. Yeah. And what else do you do in your free time to help you in your recovery or help you calm down your mood sometimes? You mentioned that you also like to do the other like drawing things, right?
Oh, drawing.
Yeah. I remember you sent us this picture. Let me show the audience. Yeah. So when we had this campaign in March, April, when we were in circuit breaker mode lah, where we asked every member of our community send in some pictures. Wow, then Herman really outdone it. He used multi-color. Like I just use marker to write mine. Wow, he's like so chill.
Colorful things.
Yeah. So I mean, like, is this something that you feel helps you in your recovery also?
It's for fun lah, so that we won't so stress, Talking difficult, but although doing all these things, nicey one, is still like normal.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, like normal. So I think this is something you talk about. Like it makes you feel like, hey,
correct.
I can do this. Yeah. Great. Yeah. Daniel, tell us about this, man.
Fishing is once a year. Go to Romping, Malaysia for fishing. At least once a year, twice a year.
And I remember you were saying at first cannot remember the name of the fish, right? Can you remember now?
Yeah, golden trevally.
Yeah, Nicholas also like fishing, right?
Yes.
You all organize one then show us to go lah. But nearby lah, not Malaysia. We cannot go Malaysia now. We go somewhere to fish, maybe reservoir cannot.
Reservoir, ban fishing.
Sorry, man, I've never done it before. Yeah, hey, and Nicholas, this is you. So I was saying Nicholas is actually quite an exercise enthusiast. He goes swimming every week. And and this is part of his rehab. What's really nice about this support group is, he sends this video to everyone to show, hey, I'm doing this exercise. Not easy, but
5.
Yep. And more videos. It's great, yeah. We have so many questions from the Facebook audience. One of the questions is from Vincent. Was there a time when you felt like you lost your identity? And if so, how did you rediscover your identity in this journey? Like, maybe this question a bit abstract lah, but I think it's related to what Herman said just now about feeling normal. Were there any times when y'all didn't feel normal? Like, could it be, yeah, so, but then I think, Daniel, you talked about buying food and all that. Were there any times when you were out or talking to people and then they didn't make you feel good? And it could be like a healthcare professional, or it could actually be even a nursing staff or even a speech therapist. I don't know. Yeah, any experience like that when you felt that you were not yourself, even though inside you feel like yourself, but then the outside world didn't make you feel like yourself?
I experienced it before lah. Nurses don't give paper. Know my situation, don't provide paper writing material to me, and then after that I don't talk to the nurses.
You felt that they knew your situation, yet they did not support you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Adding on, my identity no change.
Of course.
My identity is in God.
Yeah. So I think it's really important. This thing about identity, it's very much linked to an earlier point that we talked about regarding psychology and psychological and emotional well-being. So I'm just going to share this slide. It tells us that research actually tells us that aphasia affects identity and relationships because communication is impaired. And the way humans actually express our identity outwardly is through communication. So even though the person feels the same inside, but sometimes how the world perceives them may be a bit different. Yeah.
Different people got different behavior. Depends on the nature. Introvert and extrovert. Extrovert talk a lot. Lost the speech. Wow, jalat. I'm introvert by nature. I speak less.
I see. Okay. How about Nicholas? Are you introvert or extrovert by nature? Do you know?
Introvert.
Then after that, with aphasia, speak even less or what?
Yes. Speak less, more less.
Yep.
Yes.
How about Herman?
I talk more, and actually until now still talk more.
Yeah, extrovert lah. You're extrovert lah.
So it really tells us how personality and identity is different. We really want to drive home this message that just because a condition, like whether it is a stroke or it is traumatic brain injury or aphasia, every individual is different. So we cannot have this one size fits all solution for every person. There's just no such thing. And more questions. Wow. Okay. There's a question from Mindy. She asked, do y'all find yourself having a shorter fuse? That means, do you find yourself becoming more short-tempered now?
Now,
I know. Nicholas is Zen. He's going to know. Yeah.
before I get a stroke, my wife shared with me, before and after. Before it, I get moderate temper.
Mm.
After stroke, wow, go increase 0 to 100% immediately.
Mm.
Yeah, this does affect my psychology mindset.
Mm. I see Herman nodding the head lah. You
Yeah.
also experienced the same?
Yes, because since sick the times I keep thinking when I look at the people, oh, they are bad, I'm the worst, I'm the worst, I'm the worst. Always think about this, always worse, always worse.
Mm.
Always drop down, I think. But slowly try to find activity, so you forgot everything.
Mm.
You will go better and better. But
Yeah.
not easy. It's hard. Honestly, it's not easy.
I actually remember, Herman, when you first came to me for speech therapy, the question you asked me is, am I the only person in the world with this problem? How come other people got stroke but have no talking problem? How come I have? I don't know whether you remember, you asked me, and I said, okay, you must come for Chit Chat Cafe to meet other people with the same challenge, right? So I'm going to show some very nice pictures. Okay, support and camaraderie. When is this? You all spot yourself in the picture? Or this was one of our Chit Chat Cafe last year lah, when before COVID began. Yeah. Maybe you can share with the audience what we used to do at Chit Chat. What did we used to do? We used to take funny pictures. Nicholas, nice mustache. Yeah. I think that was last year's Aphasia Awareness Month. So we put up like a nice photo booth. Then do you all remember which was the last Chit Chat that we had? The very last one before we had to go online. Do you all remember?
Yes.
Chinese New Year.
Yes.
This one.
Look at Daniel and Esther, so loving. And then look at us, Lo Hei. Yeah. This was our very last Chit Chat. Yeah. How did Chit Chat help you guys?
More.
Yeah.
More.
Talk more. So it was a chance to practice talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
To fellowship with a fellow Aphasia survivor, feel very good. Feel very good.
Yeah. I think it's true, right? I mean, because like I mentioned, sometimes what we hear from other patients is, how come when I go for other group activities, that means not aphasia focus, I don't feel the same sense of connection or fellowship. It's because the activities are not targeted, and then sometimes it's not aphasia friendly, not so much visual resources and everything. Yeah. But I must say you guys are amazing lah, because you have adapted very well to technology. So maybe you can tell the audience what we do now. What is it that we do instead of physical meetup?
Via Zoom.
Yes. So now it's all via Zoom.
A lot of Zoom meeting.
Fun or not, Zoom?
Yeah, it's alright lah.
Alright but
Zoom experts liao
not same.
Yeah.
Not same.
Better to meet physically.
Yeah. Of course, last time we could eat curry puff, drink coffee, drink tea. So this one is our
punch
most
one
recent
another, punch one another.
Who punch who?
I punch a lot of patients.
Nicholas sounds like he got punched.
Yes.
And this one was us celebrating National Day, another Chit Chat. Then so how come this one there's so few people? So we let the audience know lah, because when we come in together, it's like a big gathering, but we break out into small rooms to have more targeted conversations, and it's thematic. Yeah. So this one is Herman. This was last week, we talked about festivals, right? Because it was Deepavali.
Yes.
Oh, This one, Daniel, remember what event
Games
was
night.
this one?
Games
Games
night.
night. Yes, games night. Our occupational therapy students organized games night. Fantastic. Nicholas, what were you doing here?
Wearing pajamas.
Fantastic. Yes. Very, very good. Yeah. Wearing pajamas. But no lies. I mean, I think it's really great how you guys have adapted to technology. Yeah. Yeah. And I think one of the nice things about Chit Chat is you get to meet other people your same age, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Our whole group, many of us from, the same age group. Yeah. Can you all share like more about public? So we talk about how caregivers can help and how, for patients as well, how can members of the public, right, support persons with aphasia? How? Like, we always get this question actually from volunteers. They want to know like, what can they do to help? Let's say if they see that you have a bit of difficulty expressing or talking, what can they do to help? Or maybe, support you. Whoever wants to go first lah.
Uh-huh. Wow, different question eh.
Yeah.
Okay, I see Herman like thinking. Daniel's thinking. Any thoughts or not?
I think just try to be a normal. Maybe we speak a little bit slow, but just pretend like normal lah, like normal. You feel better like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so treat y'all like normal.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Be understanding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So treat like normal, but be understanding.
Yes, be patient.
Yes,
Encourage
be patient.
the aphasia patient to speak again. Then the public don't understand, encourage them to speak again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And paraphrase.
Yes.
Paraphrase, yeah. That means
Yes.
change if too chim, then change the words a bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good advice, I think, yeah. Nicholas, anything to add on?
No.
Yeah, I think really good advice. It's also what we tell new volunteers lah. Patient, be understanding, but normal. Always be normal, right? Don't you feel very fed up if somebody talk to you as if they're talking to a child?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Offended, very offended.
Very
Yes.
offended. Ever kena or not?
Have.
Kena before lah. Yeah.
Yes. Before I get the stroke, my conflict with my wife, wow, a lot of words come to my mind. After stroke, wow, words disappear. Lost argument with my wife a lot of times.
What do you so how is it the same for Herman if you do get into some dispute with family? Lost words. Do you lose words?
Lost word.
When arguing.
I can't think now.
Through the temper lah. Through the temper law.
Temper still have lah, but I try not to do that. I know it's not right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Nicholas never lose temper one, so I'm not going to ask him. Yeah.
Nicholas is cool guy.
Cool guy.
Got a
Yeah.
lot of girlfriend.
Maybe you say that he's going to lose temper. Okay, I'm going to tell the Facebook audience we're coming towards the tail end of our show. So if you have questions, please just bounce the question now. We have a few earlier questions, right? Going right back to the start. There's a question from Jeannie. And I think this is a very important question. Were there any warning signs before you got your stroke? So not applicable to Nicholas because his was a motorbike accident. But for Herman and Daniel, were there warning signs?
head pain. So like me, it happened on me on Friday. I go to doctor, but Saturday still not okay, and Sunday still not okay. But Sunday normally the hospital is closed. So try to be as far as possible go to doctor and check again. It's really important.
Mm.
For me, no indication.
Wow. Mm.
Yeah,
Okay, so no warning signs at all.
no warning signs.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
no find. Doctor say no finding of my cause of stroke. My blood pressure is normal. My cholesterol is normal. My heart rate is normal. No hole in my heart. No palpitation in my heart. I don't know.
So I guess this is really, sometimes there really is no, they can't pinpoint a cause lah.
Yes. Out of sudden.
Yeah. And we also want to say at this point that although stroke is the most common cause of aphasia, but traumatic brain injury due to road traffic accidents, due to falls in elderly, is also a cause, and brain tumor as well. Some of our members have brain tumor, and there's really no real, like, there's no cause one. You can't explain it. Yeah, really can't explain it. We have a interesting question from Hazira, because she's asked, what is the most difficult part of speech therapy? What is the most difficult part of speech therapy? Is it the homework? Is it having a very fierce therapist? Or is it frustration that progress is taking very long? How do y'all feel about speech therapy?
Progress take long.
Yeah. Nicholas, you want to share about your learning numbers or not? Last time, from 0 to 10, also difficult, right?
Yes.
But now, I die already. Now Nicholas he's beyond 4D, okay? He can do Toto already. Now it's like he can rattle off the numbers.
Speech therapy give me the app I practice all of the time.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
And you
Not just me lah. You also had other therapists, but yes, we worked on a lot of numbers and reading, and speech lah, of course. Yeah. I know Daniel talked about homework already, but were there any parts that were especially difficult for you, Daniel?
Construction sentence. Yeah, especially construction sentence correctly. Find difficulty.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I have to amend. Right now, I type at the email, I type at WhatsApp. I got to revise many times.
I think it's something that many of our members with aphasia and many of my patients with aphasia have this sentence construction. What we say, like the sentences become not grammatical.
Yeah, especially above, below, left, right. Wow, very difficult. Initially.
How do you overcome that? Like left, right, that kind of things. How you overcome?
Whoa. I repeat myself many times. Left, right, left, right. Initially,
so basically
practice. Initially, when I'm driving, turn. I instruct my wife turn right. Then, turn right, not right. Turn left. I say the wrong instruction to my wife.
Dangerous, a bit dangerous, yeah. Yeah. Okay, but at least you practice and then you overcame that. Herman, what was the most difficult part of speech therapy?
It's talking lah. Actually, it's quite difficult in explaining something. But when we do a job, we work everything without talking. Sometimes it's very fast. It's like normal. Actually, we still like normal, but just talking a bit difficult.
Yeah, I understand. Sometimes just now in the middle also you wanted to find some words a bit hard, right? But maybe give a bit of time, you will think of it.
yeah, it was slow. Sometimes maybe after I cannot answer, when I go back, suddenly I realize what I thought. I will come back again.
Mm.
It's like that. But
Mm.
without talking, everything is okay. Like
Okay.
singing, you see, singing like feel nothing.
Okay. So this is a question. This question from our member of the audience, Briner, is related to what you just said because singing is fun, right? So he asked, what are some fun activities during your therapy sessions? You know, your therapy sessions can be frustrating, right? Already you all mentioned the frustrating part. So what are the fun activities that you all have done, either in your practice or that your speech therapists have done with you? Share with the audience so our viewers, they can try at home also. So for Herman, you say you enjoy singing, that helps you, and you do some art, right? But other things like in therapy, what else do you all do that's fun?
And there's a first I learned reading, but slowly actually improve already. But still learning the same. Maybe we will need more, Just certain people like me, I'm not really like reading lah. So more interesting maybe is we have to read. Yeah.
Okay. So difficult also practice lah, just practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Nicholas, what fun things do we do? Practicing numbers, very fun, right?
Oh, numbers.
Every time
fun,
during therapy, I test you on numbers, very fun, right? Then I always
fun.
quite fun, right? Then I joke with you, say if I win, you want to win 900 or 9,000? What do you want to win, 900 or 9,000? See whether he say correct or not.
9,000.
9,000. 1,000. How about Daniel? Any fun stuff? You mentioned charades just now, I remember.
No, undergo speech therapy. Fun work. Oh, okay. Make the sales speech of the motorbike. Make the sales speech of the car. Yeah, do some
Fantastic.
homework, then present.
So it's fun because it's very related to your daily your identity, right? So would you say like it's important that the therapy is relevant to you lah? And every person is different, so relevant to you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just going to show a few last pictures. This is where these guys, they're so awesome. Like they don't just meet at the regular chit chat, they also meet outside. Where was this? You take selfies. Wow, someone so cute, take selfie, and then there's more. More selfies. Yeah. And then this one, where was this?
After Chit Chat Cafe.
After Chit Chat Cafe, still hang out some more. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're coming to the end of the show. Can you maybe just tell the audience why you think it's important for them to join a community like ours, especially if they are newly diagnosed with aphasia? Why should they come on board?
Friends, many friends.
Yeah. Okay. So I think friends practice.
Yeah, practice.
Have other people chochot you to practice.
Yes, especially me.
Yes. Okay. So I just want to shout out and say if you are a caregiver watching this and you have a loved one who suffers from aphasia, or if you are a person who actually has some communication problem and diagnosed as aphasia, scan the QR code, join us. Our activities are free and you will meet many awesome people. Yeah. Yes. So I just want to give a shout out as well about next week's episode. Episode 8 is featuring 2 of our volunteers, an occupational therapist, Doreen, and our physiotherapist, Ijin. So guys, do join us next week. It's going to be awesome and you can ask all the questions you want about physiotherapy and occupational therapy. And Daniel, Herman, and Nicholas, thank you so much for joining us tonight, spending time your whole evening with us. Thank you for sharing your stories and your journey. It has helped many, many other people. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.